Today was an overwhelming support from the international community to the aspirations of the Syrian people, their rights to freedom and democracy. We received the same message from over 100 foreign ministers of different countries that Syrians deserve to see a free and democratic country, that Assad, who have killed over 110,000 Syrians, has no place in a future democratic Syria. We look forward to the full implementation of the Geneva Communique, including a full transitional government with full executive powers, including military and security forces, with strict timetable. We are looking also for the allies. We want to see the allies of the Assad regime apply pressure on it to stop the use of conventional weapons to kill Syrians. What's important is to focus on the moderates in the middle who are not receiving enough support. What we saw inside is over 100 countries gathered together, and they say they all agree that the only way for Syria forward is by supporting moderate opposition, by supporting the opposition that represents the vision and the dreams of the ordinary Syrians.
We are expecting the other. We believe that it is something which is working very pragmatically and strongly in support of this effort of the elimination of chemical weapons in Syria, in support of the role, a very important role, which is going to be played in that work by the Organization on the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons. We are sure that this is something which is giving a good support for this work, which will need to be undertaken by the Syrians, by the Organization on the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons, by the United Nations, and all the interested parties which are going to be contributing to this process.
Tonight we have a shared draft resolution that is the outcome of intense diplomacy and negotiations over the past 2 weeks. Our overarching goal was and remains the rapid and total elimination of Syria's chemical weapons program. This is a class of weapons that the world has already judged must be banned because their use is simply too horrific. This is a fundamental belief shared by the United States, all members of the Security Council, and 98% of the world. Tonight, the Council discussed a draft resolution that will uphold this international norm by imposing legally binding obligations on Syria, on the government, to eliminate this chemical weapons program.
What this resolution does do is, for the first time for many months, it brings together in a strong message of unity of the Security Council. And for that, it was worth making some compromises.